These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him, as though they had really missed being away from him during the day and are anxious to talk to him.
See you at dinner. I'm going to emotionally ignore you.
I'm going to go drink and ignore your accomplishments, son. Have a nice day.
Notice how Mother seems to become angry herself because of Jeff's anger. Perhaps she shouldn't.
Get your mom a pack of cigarettes. Now make sure they're light, because she's pregnant.
I'm going to go smoke some pipe tobacco, and when I come back out here, I'm going to punch you over a slight misunderstanding.
They knew there'd be unpleasant consequences from society.
And now there's not. So now we're fucked, and now everything's falling apart. Yay!
Nothing bad's going to happen if we do this. 9/11 has entered the chat. And the problem is that then the boomers let you overcorrect so far the other way, you know, where it's like, yeah, I don't care, cut your dick off.
And you're like, whoa!
Hey, hold on.
The women of this family seem to feel that they owe it to the men of the family to look relaxed, rested, and attractive at dinner time. Doesn't that sound exciting to you?
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
What up? What up, y'all? Hey, it's, Thursday?
Yes, sir, Thursday.
Motherfucking Thursday in this bitch. It's Revenge of the Sis, and it's Shia Boys. Right, we're here.
Hi.
We're queer.
Get used to it. I think they're used to it.
Yeah, I think we're all used to it by now.
Yeah.
Good news. Almost fucking past Election Day.
Almost there. We're almost there.
We're so close.
We're so close. We're almost there.
We can get this over with. Trump will win. They won't certify the election. And then we can
World War
have
III. That'll be fun. Well, Civil War first, then World War III. Balkanization.
And I can finally get some rest.
Finally, and balkanization. That sounds great.
Yeah, I finally just can
Just
bathe
relax a
in that
little bit.
warm nuclear radiation and finally get some rest.
Sounds
Although with my luck, I'm going to turn into a ghoul.
You're going to be a ghoul.
That fucking sucks.
And by the way, not even a peaceful feral one that doesn't have a brain. You're going to be a self-aware one.
That's going to be the worst.
That's the
fate.
worst one.
Yeah.
That's the worst one to be.
The one where I'm just walking around going, "Do you have a cigarette?" And everybody's
Exactly.
like, what happened, man?
Yeah,
I know.
Jesus
Can
Christ.
you please just kill me? Smooth skin, just kill me.
The world nukes are going to go off, but Brendan Schaub is still going to be doing Fighter and the Kid. Those two will still be there. They're going to be there.
And then Callan, and they'll still be interrupting each other.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when like the bombs dropped, and like I was on the phone, like, yeah, you want to phone with yeah, I was on the phone with my kid. You want to phone with your kids when the bombs dropped?
Yo, Bob, I got this fucking new deal, bro. This fucking new deal. I got like fucking 500 bottle caps for it.
You have 500 ball caps? New deal? Ball caps? New deal? That's my favorite Brendan Schaubism. I know everybody loves the bapa and the trug and all that stuff, but my favorite thing about Brendan is when people talk, he says the words with them. He mumbles the words that they're saying with them. It's really fascinating.
So, there's this.
So, over the weekend, he made a little appearance over the weekend. You might have seen this.
Who talks like this?
Oh, gay guys.
So, over the weekend, what are you doing?
To be fair, he was created by Jim Henson.
You're to describe what you're doing, sir, you are flailing wildly.
You know what he looks like? Team America puppet.
He really
like,
does.
you know, because the arms are always up
on
like,
strings.
He looks like a Thunderbirds marionette.
Thunderbirds. There it is.
Mr. Waltz, much like your campaign, you are flailing wildly.
Yeah, dude, it's not.
Into the void.
It is not going well for them.
Oh,
guys, leave Kermit Arms alone.
His body language, it gives off big, I'm good with the goddamn customers energy.
That's exactly.
I told you, I'm good with the goddamn customers.
Did a little appearance over the weekend. You might have seen this.
Oh, by the way, he's talking about Trump being at McDonald's. They're still talking about Trump going to McDonald's. Still.
You know what?
Over the week-
What's happening though is it's old Trump again. He's tricking them into obsessing over the goofiest shit.
Yeah.
Like him at McDonald's. We're fucking 2-3 weeks away from this thing, and they're spurring out about McDonald's. Come on, man. He's back.
Yep. No, it's hilarious.
This is classic Trump.
Did you saw
fucking McDonald's? I never liked those cocksuckers. You're like, what? Everyone in America likes McDonald's. Shut up.
You know what the saddest part is? You saw their October surprise was calling him Hitler again. That's it. That's all they have.
Well,
all they have is Hitler.
I wish.
All they have, I know.
Or the other one where they claimed that model came out and claimed that she was groped at Epstein's house that he didn't own till 3 years after she claimed she was groped.
Okay, but to be fair, the model was on all that pink cocaine, so she forgot.
Mm-hmm. That stuff's vicious.
Yeah, it's deadly, really.
I'm sorry.
He made a
Did y'all hear
little
that leak
appearance
from
over
her
the weekend.
campaign where she screamed at her fucking campaign manager for 30 minutes until she cried about the Catholic thing?
Oh, that's nice. See, that's actually really nice. That's probably more entertaining than any podcast she's been on.
I'm sorry, Tim. We gotta. Poor Tim.
Virgie, if you interrupt my good friend Tim Waltz one more time.
I'm sorry, Coach. Continue.
Sorry, thank you. Yeah, Coach. Yeah.
So, over the weekend, he made a little appearance over the weekend. You might have seen this. He
Did you
went
hear about this? Did you hear about this?
to a McDonald's.
Shut up. Why? It's not. It's the worst. It's like somebody at a comedy show that's like knowing the punch. Stop yelling shit out.
Cup of dirt.
Shut up. The big yellow one's the sun. Do the sun bit.
And dressed up as the drive-through worker. They found him an apron his size and put it on him.
Yeah, bro. Trump might be fat, but you're also fat, bro. So, like, maybe calm down.
Have you seen the average black woman who works in a McDonald's?
Yes, seriously.
They have aprons in his size.
And I was thinking...
As a matter of fact, most are too big.
It is possible he mixed up his weekends and thought that it was Halloween already.
What does that mean?
Got him.
So you're
Got
saying-
him. Trump will never recover.
Oh, he called you a cuck. He called you a cuck at the Auschwitz charity. And you said, whoa, what did he think? It's fucking Halloween?
No, that's what you did was not even as bad as what he did. Now, what I think is somebody gave that line to him, something about like, yeah, you know, say something about how, you know, Trump must have thought it was Halloween or something, dressing up like a McDonald's worker. And he, being Tim Waltz, just fumbled the goddamn ball, like, and just stepped on 4 rakes trying to get the punchline out. It's like, yeah, and then maybe he started getting his weeks mixed up, thought it was Halloween or something. It's, you know, look, it's a very simple philosophy that when you're trying to tell a joke, the less words, the better.
McDonald's.
Less words is always better. It's like, you know, so you must have seen he was in McDonald's. And, I was thinking the other day, maybe on account of his brain ain't so right, he got his weeks mixed up, thought it was Thanksgiving. Halloween, fuck!
Way to go, Banana Breath. What did you eat, a banana?
Fucking forgot all about that one. She just keeps laughing.
Guys, JD Vance is weird.
JD Vance is a weird guy. Yeah, Vice President wacky inflatable fucking arm tube guy.
JD Vance is chopping it up with Theo Vaughn about cocaine. Okay. Relax, everyone.
He's been forgetting things lately, as you might have noticed.
Yeah, like the kids who repressed being in the locker room with you.
Yeah. Well, we didn't forget about that time you took a student to a gay bar, you fucking creep.
I remember that.
Nice.
But look, there's something not just nuts, but cruel about a billionaire using people's livelihood as a political prop.
Your wife let the window open while while Minneapolis burned to the ground because she said that it was basically deserved. She did, remember? Like, she did that. You guys, you shake hands with your wife. That's weird, bro.
That is very weird, right?
Isn't that weird?
It's
probably the gayest thing he does.
I know.
Bro, I don't shake hands really with any women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even people I know that, like my friends and stuff, I'll give them a
You
hug,
give 'em a
or
hug, yeah,
something.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It is very gay and awkward to just be like, how you doing? Put her there.
Ma'am.
Like, yeah, you know?
Ma'am. Bro, he's such a fucking nerd. I don't mean to keep pausing. I know I pause a lot. But he's such a fucking gay nerd. Look, we need a man to run because we get the male vote. Okay, cool. Do you want like a tough guy, maybe like an astronaut? Like the astronaut guy? Like that'd be awesome. No. Get a fucking cock.
A gay cock.
Get a gay cock.
With a gay retarded kid.
With a gay retarded kid. Look, find the worst guy possible, okay? You wonder why black men are voting for fucking Trump?
Do you have a gay porn parody version?
Yeah,
of Jim Gaffigan.
Agenda lets big corporations not pay people for overtime and diminishes those very workers that he was cosplaying as.
You shut down the entire fucking state. You didn't let people go to their McDonald's jobs. You didn't let people go to those jobs, you piece of shit.
He missed an opportunity, though. Being at McDonald's, he looks much more like Ronald McDonald than the clown that he actually is.
He's bad. How do you guys? No. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Bad.
The left used to have the funny comedy writers for the politicians. Who is writing this for him?
That's what happened. Is
what is this?
We're there. You know what it is, man. They went back to being a little cocky the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And now they're panicking and they're breaking down again. They're going to get really crazy. Like if you thought the first Trump term was rough, it's gonna get funky.
No, but like it's this corny shit, like the stuff that we.
But
used
that's
to,
what I mean. Because you can't be funny when you're emotional, and they're getting emotional again. They were getting a little snide. Like even Biden and some of these people were getting little quips written for them once in a while again because they were like feeling a little smug. And you're funnier when you're smug. Now they're back to like, oh God, yeah. Well, how about Ronald McDonald over here,
dude? But no, you guys are doing so bad. You had Jim Gaffigan, who's one of the biggest Trump derangement syndrome guys there is, with Trump there. Roast you guys for the entirety of his speech. I mean, all I'm saying is like if they have to go back to the "you're literally Hitler," they don't got anything. See, the problem is when you're dealing with somebody like Trump, who was already president for 4 years, he's going to be Hitler might work in 2016 before he's president, but he was already president. He wasn't Hitler. Like, you know what I mean? So this doesn't work. And you know what? Did you see what Trump said today in the New York Times? Phrases as being a bad thing. Trump flirts with the ultimate tax cut, no income taxes at all. The former president has repeatedly praised a period in American history when there was no income tax and the country relied on tariffs to fund the government. Trump could literally be Hitler if he did this. He'd win the election. Like if he did this, right?
I'm in.
Be literally Hitler. I don't care.
I'm in.
We're voting.
You son of a bitch. You sold me.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Never going to happen.
No, they wouldn't let him. But
if you're going to do tariffs and other ways of finding ways to cut taxes, I'm all for that.
I'm all for that in every single way.
Slash them.
Yeah, bro. Literally Hitler. Now, as you know, here's the thing about Hitler.
The election now.
He was notorious for his tax cuts.
Yes, and well,
what?
What?
He was notorious for favoring the little guy.
Yeah, he was small business. They called him small business Adolf.
That's right. You know what? He was a real Nazi about it.
Fucking.
Are you a small business owner struggling in the Weimar Republic?
No,
Hi, my name is Al Hitler.
No, there's actually, if you listen, you know they have those AI translated speeches in English. That's actually one of the ones I saw. It was just a commercial.
Yes.
Remember, I'm fighting for you, the little guy.
Dressed in an Eddie Bauer like fucking sweater vest.
Erica's playing in the background.
Sorry.
Now less than 2 weeks away, one voting demographic that could help decide the 2024 election is black men.
Recent national polling shows Vice President Kamala Harris has less support from black men than Joe Biden did in 2020.
Wait, what?
It's almost like
black men don't like black women.
Right now, when Biden is lucid, he's saying, I told her so. I fucking told her so.
I try to tell everybody. The brothers love me.
Yep.
Fox 9's Leon Purvis looking
I mean,
into this.
he really did. Well, Obama helped a lot with that, but I mean, he did score pretty goddamn high, right? Wasn't he better than Hillary too?
Oh, yeah, he was better than Hillary.
Yeah.
Trend, and he joins us live in studio with more on this. Leon?
Kelsey, Randy, one political expert we talked to says traditionally the Democratic Party gets most black men to turn out for them. But there's been a shift in support for some voters. A big reason why? Maybe the economy.
I got to guess. Are you a little kid that snuck in there and nobody really noticed?
Mm-hmm. We don't think about the president as a whole. We just want to think about what he can do for us.
Keith Campbell is planning on voting for Vice President Kamala Harris for this election. He says because he wants to see the first female president, but other...
You're not a real black guy. No real black guy gives a shit about seeing the first female black president. Nobody cares.
Black men he talks to are all over the map, in part because of their bottom line.
When Trump was in office, personally for me, that was like the last time I had a job. I've been just working for myself.
But why? Did your father, Robert De Niro, disown you?
He does kind of look like De Niro.
Ever since I got out of jail.
U of M professor of politics.
Okay, well, I think I found the reason why it's hard to find work for you, bud.
Larry Jacobs tells Fox 9 the Democratic Party will get most of the black male vote. However, inflation...
Yeah. The black male vote. Anyone that was at Diddy's party.
The black... there's the black male vote and the black male vote. That's true.
Two different things.
It's two different sides of the system here.
Could influence voters' minds.
It's the times, and it is the ways in which the inflation is eaten away at standards of living, the difficulty that some black men have had in finding well-paid jobs.
Robert Webb supported former President Donald Trump in 2020. He believes his life was better under the Trump administration. Right now, Webb...
Yeah, pal. All of our source was, okay? Everybody was better.
Yeah, here's the thing. The media can only gaslight you so much. And they can gaslight you, and especially when, at times in this country, when we're relatively comfortable. It's a lot easier to gaslight us.
It's called the Obama administration.
But you know what I mean? Yo, we need to go fucking invade Iran right now. And if things were going golden...
Nobody would care.
We'd probably be like, I'm not crazy about that, but it's like, whatever. But it's like all this extra shit we've been doing.
Well, Ukraine,
yeah. And then to have everyone's standards of living start to really get stressed out.
Yeah.
You can only gaslight white people, black people, Hispanic people so much before they're like,
Trump has a Hispanic vote in the swing states.
Keep telling me things are better. They're clearly not better.
Because the black vote. Well, Trump has the Hispanic votes in the swing states now. It's fucking wild.
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because the Hispanics that are registered and illegal and allowed to vote are like, we got to start getting these illegals the fuck out of here.
We got to get these guys out of here.
Go. Yeah. Even anchor babies are grown up now going, we got to get these motherfuckers out of here. We're done.
Thinks the Republican Party platform is better for his future than the Democratic platform. However, the issue of abortion could sway his vote.
I just feel like my vote doesn't count just as me. I just feel like it's either going to be those two. I feel like if I vote for a different party, my vote won't matter.
Well, that's true. You're smart man, very astute.
Right. That's true, correct.
Wednesday, a Black Men for Harris Walls event where a panel spoke about why black men in Minnesota should support Vice President Harris.
The thing that we want to see is black men.
Like, these are the gayest room of black guys
I was just going to say,
seen.
this entire room of black, I wouldn't want to hang out with not one single one of these black guys. That is not a room of cool black guys that you'd be hanging out with.
No.
I would, whatever in that town, wherever the blacks for Trump are, I would like to go hang out with those guys.
These are log cabin Kamala Harris voters.
Yeah. That room smells like hepatitis.
Yeah.
There's a partnership, that there's a constant investment in us, and that they see us as assets.
See, now.
You know who else saw you as assets? Slave owners. You get that, right? You just described being a slave, the way that they see us as assets. How about individuals? Wouldn't you rather be seen as an individual? I'm just blown away by that mentality.
I love how the blacks for Kamala are all just lambda nerds. And then you go to like, and then like, but then they do like Man on the Street shit in New York, and it's like black guys in bubble coats and Timbs with like a blunt like in their headband.
Yeah,
just being like, hell yeah, I'm voting for Trump, dog. Yo, he keep it 100.
Those are hilarious. That's my favorite.
And it's like, which black guy would I rather hang out with? The one that already has a blunt rolled already, by the way.
Yeah. Here, I got a little more.
Vice President Harris is struggling to win over a key demographic.
By the way, these are now 2 different stations that are reporting on this.
Talking about black male voters.
WBZ's Courtney Cole takes us inside
Not
one
black male
Boston
voters.
community
Again, got to get...
Those are different.
where black men are discussing their reservations about Harris.
Significant number or a number of black men are not voting for Kamala Harris.
Black people don't have reservations. They never call ahead of time.
Why?
It's the question Vice President Kamala Harris is working to answer in hopes of securing a White House win.
Let's keep it real. Men are not voting for her because she's a woman.
That's not it.
I don't even think he was saying that in a bad way. I think he was just saying like, and there was like, yeah.
I'm not voting for her because I don't agree with her policies. I don't think she has campaigned.
Yo, look at this fucking guy.
That guy's a unit.
Oh my God.
That nigga looked like he could mocap Donkey Kong.
Whoa!
That is a big dude.
Dude, look at his arms, bro.
Well,
we gained some insight from a room of knowledgeable black men called together for a community roundtable in Roxbury by the moderator and curator, James Lambert III.
This event started with a conversation about how do we raise funds for Kamala Harris. And instead of just doing a fundraiser, I felt like we had to have
when Fallout makes it, when fucking Bethesda makes a black guy.
When they Bethesda tries, you guys try so hard. It's adorable when you try to make a black guy.
He looks like Idris Elba would play him in a movie.
Yeah, right.
in this conversation.
Kamala's record as a prosecutor has come under a lot of scrutiny.
The panel made up of 5 black men from across...
And a monster. No, 4 black men and a fucking monster.
That guy had to have played ball at some
Yeah,
point
yeah,
in his life.
look,
Like, that guy
dude.
played college football or something.
Dude, look at his fucking legs. The guy doesn't fit in the suit.
That's not
That's the political
but that's
spec-
like, there's just no way, right, that guy is not competitive at something.
Of course, no.
Like, there's
maybe
no
bodybuilder,
You
maybe?
don't get that big unless you're like, do you do strongman stuff? Do you do,
maybe
like
there's something. But this guy...
I'm going to guess football.
Yeah.
He probably played college ball.
voiced their opinions and concerns about her legal record.
Crazy bitch.
Prosecute those who are brought before her and straighten it out and giving a balance and justice. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Immigration and her heritage.
Black means different things to different sets of black people.
Of course he talks like that. Of course that's how he talks.
Oh, I was going to guess that right away. Everybody in this room I knew was going to sound all like,
Of being black, African American, all that is just noise out there. It doesn't change anything. That's what she's trying to do for the American people.
Harris has made
y'all,
what
remember while we do this event, everybody use your interview voice.
some will call non-traditional stops on the campaign trail to reach black men, including a sit-down with Breakfast Club host Charlemagne the God. President Barack Obama also hit the trail to urge black men to vote for Harris, but that didn't go over so well.
Yeah, why? I wonder why.
Because it was low energy and you could just see it. This was the first time I've ever seen him look defeated.
Yeah.
Right? Like in public, like this, and then that funeral where they were getting photographed. But this was like the first time I'd ever seen Obama talking to a room full of people, and you could tell he didn't believe it.
No,
Like,
because he doesn't.
Look,
again, I was
Kamala's going to do a great job. It's like, oh no.
I was listening to Paul Manafort was on Tucker, and he was talking. He goes, Paul Manafort was saying he's 100% convinced that when Biden endorsed Kamala, they didn't want him to do that. That was him as a fuck you to forcing him out, to pushing him out. And now, looking back at this and looking at all the little shots he's taken at him, and look, the stories have never been hidden. We've been talking about it since Obama was in fucking office. They don't like each other. Biden and Obama do not like each other. Obama needed Biden to get Pennsylvania and Delaware and all that shit. He needed that. He needed a white guy. That way all the scared white people would still vote for Obama.
So, I mean, I understand that, like, Joe Biden, as a career and as a life, has always been a bad guy, right? But this, like, dark Brandon arc, is this like almost like a superhero origin story where he just flips into dementia and the dementia makes him a good guy?
Yes.
And he's just kicking out fucking support beams on his way out of the government? Like, think about it. How great would it be? Like, how often do you ever get to hear a story where somebody is horrible their whole life and then they do one act at the end that redeems them?
Oh, yeah.
What if his dementia...
Darth Vader.
Yeah. What if he's...
Yeah, he's Darth Vader.
Dark Brandon, Darth Vader.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking he's Vader. I think at the end he's going to just kill the Emperor and jump over
the last thing you should do the day before the election.
Jump over a fucking
If that was
balcony.
him, if the last day before the election, because, you know, they always film the president going to vote, or when he on the voting day, when he goes in, the last thing you should do when he walks out, be like, so, Mr. President, who do you vote through? Is always to go, Donald Trump. And then just leave. And that's it. That's the last thing he ever says in front of a camera.
And then he goes to Austria, and then he faces Soros, and then grabs him, and they both go over the thing into the, what was it, like the power generator?
Oh, yeah, the power
thing?
generator, yeah.
Of the Death Star?
Yeah.
Huh? And then would you say if he did all that, would he be redeemed? In your history?
Listen,
would you be like, would you let all the shower stories and the kids sniffing, would you let it all go?
We're talking about, we're taking out, hold on.
He topples the globalist.
We're talking about taking out a major blow, the globalist.
I mean, it would be worth it just to finally, to just have a moment where Alex Jones has to do a show and go, all right, I'm not going to lie, I did not see that coming. It's not often I'm blindsided. Call Owen and get Harrison in here. We're going to have to work 24 hours. I'm not going to lie, folks. I got fucking blindsided on this one. He's wiping crust out of his eyes.
He didn't have the documents. That's the one time he didn't have the documents.
He's going live at 3 in the morning, and he has one of those cartoon sleep caps on and pajamas. All right, we're live. I'm not going to lie. That was weird. I don't even know why I'm live. I guess y'all really don't even need me anymore. Everyone's just dancing outside like that Simpsons scene where there's no lawyers.
Yes.
I guess I can ride off into the sunset.
Oh, man. So don't worry. Kamala did a town hall to make herself look human.
How did
I have a supercut.
How did it go?
I have a supercut.
What weaknesses do you bring to the table, and how do you plan to overcome them while you're in office?
What weaknesses do you bring? Everybody should be humble, right? What weaknesses do you bring?
That's a great question, Joe. Well, I am certainly not perfect, so let's start there.
Okay, but like what specific weaknesses is what he was asking, though?
And I think that perhaps a weakness, some would say, but I actually think
care too much.
Oh, no, she's going to do it.
I care
is
too
she
much.
setting up for it? No.
The thing is like,
no, she's not going to do that.
Sometimes I'm too passionate and I'm too giving and I care too much.
No, is she really going to do that?
I
No
don't
way
know.
she's going to really do that.
I'm guessing, but I'm
No.
Perhaps a weakness, some would say, but I actually think it's a strength, is I really do value having a team of very smart people around me.
How is that a weakness?
It's what you said. It was worse. No.
See, my weakness
It was
is that
worse than what you said.
My weakness
Is that
like,
she has a good team around
is that
her.
I put good people in charge because I'm so good. That's not a weakness.
Some people would call it a weakness. Who the fuck would call it a weakness?
You know, it would be like, hey man, what's one of your weaknesses? You know what? I can admit sometimes that sometimes I have trouble admitting when I'm wrong.
You know.
And I can hold on to a grudge once in a while, and that's something I need to be mindful of and conscious of as you know, if I'm president. And you go, oh, all right, that was an open moment.
Some people say that my weakness is that I'm too good at sex.
I'm too good of a sex
Yeah,
haver.
I'm just too good at it.
I'm too good of a sex
and the
haver.
problem with that is we don't get any chores done because how good I am at sex.
One of my weaknesses is, you see, my penis is too big. I'm not aerodynamic.
Oh, see,
movement is difficult.
Yeah, there you go. See,
You know, I would always say, you know, and I've had people tell me this all the time, that one of my biggest weaknesses is how handsome I am.
dude. I know. I was singing it the other day.
I hate being so handsome.
It's tough. You know why? Because
It's a burden.
you don't know
More than a fucking
Because you know
blessing.
why? Because you don't know if people are being sincere when they interact with you. You don't know if they're being nice because of how beautiful beautiful you are.
Oh God, he's like John Hamm in 30 Rock.
Yeah, exactly. You're so beautiful that people don't even take you seriously.
That's what it is.
That's the issue.
That's actually
That's
great
it
one
is,
that
yeah.
they don't take
Mersh, we're tired of you having it too good.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, that was just the first one. Can we keep going? We have more. We have a few more. We have a few more. We have to break this down.
I do value having a team of very smart people around me who bring to my decision-making process different perspectives. My team will tell you I am constantly saying, let's kick the tire on that. Let's kick the tires on it.
Is there
What does
something?
it even mean?
I thought your team is constantly handing in resignation letters.
90% of them. 90% of them.
And leaking shit to the press.
They are. They do that a lot.
Okay, here we go. Now, let's see her handle this softball question.
Thing you can point to in your
if
life.
Cooper teeing her up, then you know it's going to be easy peasy.
The tires on it.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
Okay.
Okay, that's an easy
Perfect.
one.
That's easy. Yes.
Well, I think one of my mistakes is that I hired too good of a team.
Oh, that's, I know. And the problem with that is that it doesn't let me shine.
I mean, I've made many mistakes.
For example, that Brad Bear interview.
I've made many mistakes, but I'll tell you who's made more mistakes. Donald Trump.
Donald, you think that's okay?
I don't know. I'm just gonna guess.
I mean, I've made many mistakes. And they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes.
Yeah, we know you fucked up that one, hun, but get to the political thing.
In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues. And
how is that a mistake? The question is, he's trying to show.
She's being exposed here too, which she cannot be our next president because she's even worse than Biden.
Right.
She's even worse than Hillary.
Yes. No. Now this
she is showing that
Hillary could talk.
She is pathologically incapable of admitting fault on any level. And I know women, am I right? But I mean, most women will at least at times admit fault.
Yeah.
Even Hillary would have had a better answer to this. She would have had something. She would have been like, well, my time and, when I was Secretary of State in New York, I, may have should have been tougher on blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Whatever the fuck, right?
And I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
So you've been in the White House for 4 years. You were vice president, not the president. But why wasn't any of that done for the last 4 years?
Well, because my team was so great. It was the best team. No one's ever had a better team than my team.
I can't wait.
And I came from a middle-class family, you see.
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson.
Such as?
And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
She's doing it again. She's doing that word salad again.
Thank you, Eric.
No,
and
Royce,
you're
you don't understand. So she needs to do what needs to be done. So she's going to do what's done in order to do what needs to be done.
Hey, I got a question, Vice President. Are you retarded? Next question.
Next question.
absolutely right. You know it. I know it. I think most Americans know it. Price of groceries is still too high. Well, I may not be quick to have the.
You've been in, but you were. They were less. They were.
It's corporate greed.
But
know it. Price of groceries is still too high. Well, I may not be quick to have the answer as soon as you ask it about a specific.
What is this thing? Are you like doing now? Is Kamala Harris trying to do Maya Rudolph?
I think so.
What's going on?
I think she is.
Still too high.
We've reached uncanny Kamala Valley. Where's where we are now?
This is Chris Chan's fault.
Well, I may not be quick to have the answer as soon as you ask it about a specific policy issue sometimes, because I'm going to want to research it. I'm going to want to study it.
I'm going to want to wait to see what everybody else thinks about it. That way I only pick the most popular opinion. That's why my opinion changes depending on what most people think is popular.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a nerd sometimes.
Dude, I'm sorry, but listen, we're not smart people. We're pretty stupid, if anything. And when you look at this and just as an average person and see this laugh, this fake, everything is just this like poorly constructed paper mache presidential run that I've never seen something like this. I've never seen the machine have to work with whatever this is. Like,
this is rough. They have nothing. Like, they know they're screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and look, we could end up wrong. They might end up cheating their way back in. But if things are even close to fair, it's good. I think the numbers are going to be even more devastating than they even realize.
No, because I mean, it's look at this.
I confess.
Look at it. Look, I get there's a lot of people, specifically women, that'll be like, well, I can't vote for Trump because he's disgusting. And you're right, they're not. They might not. But you know what's going to happen to them? They're just not going to vote.
Nope.
So, yeah, maybe Trump doesn't get a vote, but you're losing. See, that's the thing. You're losing votes. I think this election is going to have a smaller voter turnout than the last two elections.
Oh, you don't think a bunch of 80 million mysterious people are going to show up?
Nope.
Wow.
2022, 2023, there were record border crossings. Your
And
administration
I'm very proud of that. Wait, Anderson, that's a bad one or the good one?
took hundreds of executive actions. It didn't stem the flow. Numbers kept going up. Finally, in 2024, just in June, 3 weeks before the first presidential debate with Joe Biden, you institute executive actions that had a dramatic impact, really shut down people crossing over. Why didn't
that didn't work either, by the way.
Your administration do that in 2022, 2023?
Well, my team.
The team. It's a good team.
It's a
I
team.
told you I'm good with the goddamn customers.
First of all, you're exactly right, Anderson. And as of today, we have...
I have lost weight.
Thank you so much for that compliment.
Cut the flow of immigration by over half. In fact, the numbers I saw most recently, illegal immigration
But if
is
it was
low.
that
But hold
easy
on,
with
let me
that
finish.
executive action, why not do it in 2022, 2023?
Because at the time, we didn't realize how bad it was going to get, and we were banking on the fact that the Hispanic vote was going to go more for us, and now it's not.
We were working with Congress
Look,
and hoping...
And we cut immigration by half after we fucking quadrupled it.
Yeah. So honestly, that's a net positive. That's like Mersh coming out of the casino, go, made $1,000. How much did you start with? $5,000.
High five.
Oh no, Mersh lost $4,000.
Hey Royce, you know it's been 5 days since our last accident. Oh yeah, how many days before that? 2. But
So, yeah.
still.
But still, that's not bad.
See, but what Royce doesn't understand is you got to spend money to make money.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Actually, we could have a long-term fix to the problem instead of a short-term fix.
You couldn't have done one and both at the same time?
Well,
Even Anderson's like, I'm not.
Bro.
They're not even propping her up really well anymore.
CNN has completely given up on this bitch, dog.
Yeah.
They're actively trying to kill her campaign.
Yeah. But I already told you why. I already told
It's
you why.
also going to be good for their business again.
Yeah.
Because they'll have Trump to bitch
Yes.
about for the next 4 years.
Uh-huh.
we have to understand...
Joe Scarborough is voting for Trump because he needs him.
that ultimately this problem is going to be fixed.
I wonder
through
how many media people are secretly going to vote for Trump.
congressional action.
And,
Is a
and
border-
comedians and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wall stupid?
Is the border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall.
You mean Obama's border wall?
Yeah. You know it was the wall before Trump was in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it?
Yeah, he was going to tariff them, and you guys blocked
And
it.
then you said no. You said they
Yeah.
couldn't tariff them. Actually, that was one of the better plans he had, if we're being honest, right?
Yeah.
Come on. They didn't.
But you're agreeing
So
to a
come
bill
on.
that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
How does that work?
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that.
She pledges. Listen, Girl Scouts honor.
I pledge.
By the moon and the stars in the sky.
Cross my heart, hope to die, no backsies.
Bipartisan bill.
Look, I'm not half an Indian giver, okay? I'm half black, so I'm also an Indian taker.
Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
I'm not afraid of good ideas either.
Oh, whose good idea?
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
So you don't think the border wall's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything.
Because you wouldn't let him.
I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
That's not.
That's
Oh
not
my
the
God!
answer.
Just say that you want to build the wall, you dumb bitch.
It's just it would be better for you if you did. Tom Rose Mercedes, who would you rather hit with a 2x4, Sam Sater or Jimmy Kimmel? Me, it's Kimmel. Easy for me. It's Kimmel. The reason that I would want to hit Kimmel more than Sater is because at one point Kimmel was funny. At one point Kimmel was very, very
Kimmel,
funny.
There was a time when he was a very funny guy.
Then that bothers me more because you know it's more phony. I think
he's capable of it.
Yeah. Kill Dodson says, Frozen, we got any pink cocaine back there? I want to see what all this hype is about. Kill Dodson, I can't stop laughing. I'm immersed in a Trump impersonation where he apologized to the Indian man for not washing his hand in the McDonald's food. I remember that. Genocide Circus. So they put Trump in an apron and then said, Goonie goo goo, Trump, am I right? Tarmos Mercedes, Gillis shows up to Rogan's club with Trump there as Trump. Please make that happen. Look, I'm saying it would be fucking nothing funnier if Trump showed up on Kill Tony.
That would actually be very funny.
Ocampin 8 says...
But then again, I also hate Tony Hinchcliffe, so I don't want that to happen for Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's true. Ocampin number 8 says, speaking of Obama, did Merce let you keep the phrenology tutor prop?
It's still at my house. I'll get it. I'll bring it to
no,
him.
Merce, when you send stuff for us, it's Mercer's stuff.
It's
Kylan Rex 38. People often ask me, Kenny, what are your weaknesses? Do you have any? I would say my biggest flaw is my Achilles heel is my tireless work ethic.
Yeah, there you go.
Kenny Powers, you're fucking out. I'm fucking in. Okay, hold on. We got okay, here we go.
Oh, yes.
Do we need a setup or do we just play it?
I'll give you a setup. This is the Army. And they're doing a little, first jump into the pool, a little swimming with the gun to make sure you can do stuff. And well, that's all you need to know.
That's all I need to know? Okay, let's look.
All right, ready? Hey, one.
Okay, so her sling's not on. That's a good start.
Hold on, we got this.
Go. Go. Move on. There we go. Going. Go. 1, 2, 3.
Go. You got it, you got it. We're here, don't worry.
You got
When you're ready, you got it.
Maybe she's from GTA. Maybe she's from GTA 3, where if you fall in the water, you die.
That's the problem, dude. If you're from the PS2 era,
you're gonna die in the water.
water.
Yeah, or Red Dead Redemption 1. You can't.
Red Dead Redemption 1 had that too.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Be all that you can be. And she's dead.
She's dead. You did it. You did it. Where's your gun? Did you drop it?
It's at the bottom of the pool.
You did it.
This is the Army?
Yup.
We're fucked.
Oh, man.
We'll be fine.
Yep. Meanwhile, Russia's training North Korean troops, and they've already fielded some of them, and they're fucking stomping Ukrainians.
See, but I feel like everybody here just keeps like, oh man, our troops are so weak, our military's so weak. I feel like we're more likely to face a showdown with our own military in the next 10 years than with any foreign military. So I'm for this.
That's actually a good point.
I want a bunch of fucking black retards that can't swim and like, trans people. And I need people that are a little bit off. I don't want to face the guys from fucking Band of Brothers jumping out of airplanes and shit.
Sage Retard says, Big Chunk plays, guys, come on. I'm going to run this bit into the ground. Sorry in advance. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Buona
Buona sera, it is me, Chris Cuomo. And I have got this molto bene I love my mother. I hate my brother. So let's get after it and have us a good time.
Some good fucking bread.
Fucking bread.
Now, I need to compliment Pessy's autism.
Yeah.
Is that one of my favorite things that I really appreciate is the fact that he's fake eating during the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know why that just makes me laugh. It's not
Mersh.
just the good fucking bread at the end. He's
Mersh.
literally. Were you really eating?
I was eating Italian bread.
Dedication to
Look
the
at
craft.
that. He's character actor.
This motherfucker's doing Foley work and method acting. At the same
Damn
time.
right.
Yeah.
Italian bread is so good, though.
Oh, it's the best.
The only thing better in my opinion, well, I don't know, man. I like Italian bread, but I love Cuban bread. I don't know why.
Cuban bread's better. I picked the
Hand
Italian
roll.
roll because it was chewy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's good for sauce. It's good for the gravy.
Oh,
I now know what's going to happen in the presidential election. I do. I know that's a heady thing to say, but we have seen a repeated cycle long enough for me to tell you what I think is going to happen in this election.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Chris Cuomo, hard-hitting analysis.
There it is.
I'm Chris Cuomo. Welcome to the Chris Cuomo
You know what
Project.
I realized too about Cuomo recently? Watching Chris Cuomo pontificate about like politics and like philosophy. It's like whenever there's an NBA game on and they cut to a female analyst and she just starts talking about basketball.
Yeah.
Even if the shit she's saying kind of makes sense, I just tune out.
I don't care.
I'm like, oh, can we go to don't you have a bunch of former players that need a check?
That's when I check my phone.
Now, the only game I'm playing with you here is I'm saying
I'm still a journalist.
Yeah, that's a game. I know, right?
What will happen, not necessarily who will win. But I believe this is just
then what's the point of this, Christopher?
This is instructive a point, because if you're going to follow the race, what matters most, what has taken so long, and I'll explain why.
Because he's been reading books.
What's taking so long is you keep digressing.
In this
But I
election
digress.
cycle is to distill, to isolate, to identify what is this race about? What is it turning on? That's why we always love the October surprise. Why? Because we are desperate as consumers and arbiters and sellers and marketers of our politics.
Anyway, we'll be right back. I gotta talk to you about healthy greens.
Growing up Italian, growing up Italian, growing up Italian, growing up Italian.
Hey, you guys having hey, you guys having trouble, getting your fucking brajol? You try to get your rod hard? Well, I got Blue Chew for you.
Why have we not thought about fucking astroturfing the comments of growing up Italian to get Chris Cuomo?
We should honestly, everybody go to Growing Up Italian's latest episode and say, hey, get Chris Cuomo on the show. He needs to be on. And go to Chris Cuomo's latest episode and be like, you should go up on Growing Up Italian.
And the Grown Up Italian guys are such dumb grease balls. They only follow like food influencers and shit on TikTok and Instagram. So I guarantee you they won't even know who he is. They'll be like, so where you famous from? You do like TikTok or what
Hey,
kind
so
of
we have here Chris Cuomo. He says Cuomo. So what's your
what do
whole
you
deal
want,
about it? Have you had the cannoli down at Angelo's on 34th?
So you're on Instagram or TikTok. So what do you eat? Like sandwiches?
Sandwiches?
Or what do you like? What's your specialty? Like, is everyone they have on just eats?
He just keeps talking about Aristotle while they're eating fucking spaghetti.
Yeah, so when you go to Angelo's, what do you like? Because I heard Angelo's, they make the pasta in house, which I always, but personally I always like fresh pasta. And then Chris Cuomo's like, I haven't had a carb in like 4 years.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I haven't had a carb since COVID.
His fucking dude is ripped.
I only eat egg whites, bro.
I've had one beer all week.
Battle to the bottom. Everything is about dividing us. Everything is us, them. Why? It works for the parties.
You are just mad because you don't get invited to the little buffet at the conventions anymore like you used to. You have to be down with the fucking smelly farts.
Mm-hmm. You have to bring a lunch.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
to stop at Checkers on the way
Yeah.
while your News Nation people set up.
Mm-hmm.
His shirt looks like he ordered a 9 Inch Nails shirt
Yes.
off of a bootleg Chinese
Yes.
store and just got 9 nails.
9 nails. I was thinking earlier, it does look like the 9 Inch Nails logo.
Right?
I don't even care that I wasn't invited to the buffet because that brings to my next sponsor, Factor Meals. That's right, guys. Pre-made meals.
Harris's pitch to you, Trump is a threat to democracy. It's another way of saying he is worse. Fear him. Okay? Why is Trump's allegation she's a commie? Socialist isn't.
She's not even really a commie, bro. She's not even that. She's not a communist. All right? Because communists normally have a plan.
Yes. The people who
That guy wrote a
control
whole
her-
book about it.
The people who control her are
Yeah, they're
communists.
definitely commies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even enough anymore. Full commie.
Hashtag full commie.
Ironic that he also defends Putin at the same time? Yes, because what is
Putin's not a communist.
Has he ever really openly defended Putin, though?
No. And also,
No.
even if he did, Putin's not a communist.
it instruct you to? It instructs you to the point that this is bullshit.
Putin's an
He doesn't really-
imperialist.
Yeah, but he's not a communist. He doesn't run his country like a communist dictator.
No.
Like,
And
he's
he
not
very
really
well could.
Yeah, he could, but he doesn't.
afraid of
My
communism. because
favorite
if he-
criticism is they're like, he kills political opponents. I'm like, yeah, but not all the time.
Yeah.
And you guys will do it, too.
We do it, too.
Yeah, so
Everybody,
stop it.
we don't kill people. Come on.
he were, he'd hate Putin. You see what I'm saying? So, what is it? It's a way of saying she's worse. And that's why we're divided. Because that's all you're being conditioned to.
Look at Chris Cuomo's trying to sound smart while also saying all Russians are still communists. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, all Russians are still communists. Everybody knows that.
He is the best.
Russia had McDonald's until you made them leave. Shut the fuck up, communist.
Yup.
No, but think about that for a second, right?
And now we have a McDowell's.
You made McDonald's leave Russia, and they're the communists.
Now we have McDowell's at every former McDonald's location. Remember they just took the buildings and went,
Yeah.
now we make burger.
Yep.
We make
Yeah,
our
that's
burger
right.
now.
It's because all the McDonald's fucking factories that make the patties were already there in Russia. They
Yeah.
just fucking changed the sign.
Of course, the polls are going to be really tight. It's a binary proposition. And it's not like.
Unlike my niece who's non-binary now, which fucking freaks me out.
Which, I mean, like, I was okay at CNN. I was pretty progressive with the gays and then the trans people. But when they start going to non-binary, I'm like, I'm getting a little too old for this,
Yeah, I don't know what that even is, man.
Love
But I was never a math guy.
Look, I love and respect her, but it's just I'm always making mistakes,
I don't understand the non-binary thing because I was told you couldn't divide by 0.
Versus hate, where you would hope that love would manifest itself in a majority.
I hate when
Right?
a sketch has to sound deep.
Yeah.
This is which is worse.
He does sound deep, deeply retarded.
It is inherently negative.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
They can't help it.
They can't. It's in their blood. It's in their blood.
It's a suggestion.
Look, I got marinara running through my veins.
Oh, it's a suggestion
of relative suckiness. So, of course, it's going to be really tight. You want a pea sandwich or a poo sandwich?
Yeah, I watched that South Park episode, bro. Hold on.
This guy's such. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, that's good.
Can we get a?
Oh, yes. Where are you, Mr. Cigar?
Can we get a? See, make him look like a Dick Tracy.
He's
villain.
got it. All right. He's cigar. He's.
There
There we go. Perfect. There it is. Oh my god.
I don't want to try. I don't want to really pick either of those.
He look fucking retarded, bro. I don't want that shit in my face, bro. He's so stupid. He's so dumb.
This is where it takes you. Now, here's the proposition that will determine this election.
You go to Athletic Greens right now and use promo code Chris. And then I will have more money.
Ready? Enragement versus engagement.
Oh, this is smart. You're doing more of your college professor talk.
This is going to be great. You think he's going to use the whiteboard for this one?
I hope not.
God, I hope.
Those are the dueling propositions. Okay? Explain.
See, this is what teachers talk. He talks like.
Explain.
I am telling you, my theory about him now is that he probably had one teacher growing up that he respected and like thought was the smartest guy on planet Earth. And whenever he tries to sound smart, he thinks back to that guy
professor.
and tries to sound like them. Because his
100%.
presentations always sound like okay, what do I mean by that? Flip the board around, right? Like that's what they always do. He's doing the same.
He talks
thing.
like a professor in a movie.
Yes, but like at a community college.
Yeah,
like the one from summer school. That's all.
Look, my professor at Master Community College used to tell me. We were the Master Community College fighting waste dumps.
Yeah. Listen, it's like my professor Mark Harmon used to say.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Enragement. If this is a straight grievance election,
Hey,
look at our history.
remember when somebody simply asked you why you were out of your house during COVID and then you almost beat him up?
He was fought an old man.
Remember when some guy called you Fredo one time and you almost burned a whole building to the ground over it?
Yeah, you got really mad. Why were you so mad?
I think it's 10 out of 46 presidents haven't won a second term, assuming they weren't killed. You see almost in every case that the overwhelming atmosphere of the election was negativity about what was going on that was wrong. Let's take a recent example. Trump blew it on the pandemic. Okay?
I agree.
Under great pressure from you people.
Yeah, you people did that.
Hey, were there any other notable politicians who blew it during that time? Anyone I can... I'm trying to think of anyone else prominent that might have handled that poorly.
Maybe somebody that wrote a book about it.
About how good it was.
Yeah.
I think one of my weaknesses is how good I handled it.
And then they took his Emmy away for the book because of the telling women to see a sausage. Oh, God. Houndseeker, did you...
A sausage because it's kind of like a dick. Huh?
We got it, Chris. You said the joke 5 times. Like, Chris has said the joke like 5 times to people that are drunk at a Christmas party. Let's see here. Let me read some of these donations. Did you see the uniforms for the FIU football team? Looks like something straight out of Vice City. No, let me see. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it is FIU. Here, I'll pull it up.
We going retro?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Actually, I love the gloves.
That's fucking cool.
I like the helmet.
All right.
I like the
let's
jersey.
go.
I like the color. Yeah, the whole.
That's definitely better than their old one. Yeah.
Good for yeah. Nice.
Think Trick Daddy's gonna go to the game? I don't know if Trick Daddy's.
I'll tell you, man. This year, man, I've been watching a couple of NBA games. All the jerseys are fucking hideous.
Yeah, I know.
But remember, there was a time when basketball, even if you didn't watch basketball, people had basketball jerseys for summertime because they looked good. Like, they used to have teams that are really slick-looking jerseys. I've watched, like, 5 NBA games so far, and I'm like, every team is, like, gross. The Pelicans played the Bulls. You couldn't even tell who was who. And the Pelicans were wearing red, but the Bulls were wearing blue. And it was, like, fucking me up. But both of them were just hideous, gross. I'm like... God, I miss the old, like, remember the starter jacket era?
Every team now has like 7 or 8 different jerseys instead of like, you should have like 3, right?
Yeah.
Because they need to sell more jerseys. That's all it is. Gates up above. My weakness is telling myself I'm going to report a bomb threat during the World Series and make sure ROTC shouted out. Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Aaron Crusade says, you guys should get the blonde chick from Beauty and the Beta on to dunk on Matt. Like, on the one hand, that sounds fun.
But
on
I wouldn't
the other
imagine
hand,
she necessarily wants to do that.
On the other hand, it's still a woman, so you have to keep that in mind, okay? You forget sometimes that even those ideas sound great until you realize you're talking to a woman.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I don't even know if they've had, like, I know that she's not doing a show with them anymore, but that doesn't always mean it's like, come on and dish it. Plus, who gives a fuck about Matt Christensen? Right?
Tenet Media. Guys, what I want to tell you guys is we don't get paid by Tenet Media, but
Couple
we
of
do
Russian guys that want their money back.
make some money if you guys sign up for Locals. Head over to Locals right now, revengeofthesith.locals.com. If you're listening on YouTube, it's in the description of the video. If you sign up for just $7, you get every single Wednesday episode, which is exclusively for Locals members, and half of Friday's episodes, and you get our movie riffs, which tomorrow we are doing another one, which is for Halloween movie riff. What was the movie we're doing again?
Tales from the Hood 2,
baby.
Tales from the Hood 2, exclusively on Local. So sign up, help us out. It's $7 a month. It's less than a fancy Starbucks coffee. So if you could do that, we'd appreciate it. Right now, we're heading over exclusively to Rumble and Local. So head over to Rumble. The link will be popping up there in a second. Or head over to Locals if you signed up. If you just watch on Locals, you won't miss anything of